Hi there Gemini, thank you for joining me for your year 2013 forecast. There are 365 days in a year, 52 weeks, and really I don't feel I can do justice to all of those by doing a really long video. So this really focuses on the structural stuff, and the detail comes from my weekly and monthly videos, which of course are always there for you. But I'd like to rewind back to last year at the start of this in November. Then there was a solar eclipse. This solar eclipse occurred in the 6th solar house of your horoscope. So that's really to do with resources. And you now have Saturn, the planet of structure and restriction, in this area too. And through to May, this area of your life is going to be very important. So we're talking about health, we're talking about fitness, diet, and also that organisation. But later that month, there was also a lunar eclipse, and this occurred in a much friendlier part of your scope. There's much more to do with pleasures. But I feel that through to May anyway, you're going to have to balance your desire to go out and be sociable and be someone who really engages with others as skillfully as you often do, with a need to make sure that the foundations in your world are working properly. Now this is reinforced by the fact that the turn of the year and the solar return for you, that the Sun is side by side with Pluto. Now also, Mercury, your ruler, soon goes alongside Pluto in January, and then Venus. So there's going to be a lot of influence at the start of this year on resources, on business, on joint money, on perhaps on mortgages or paying off loans or debt. And you're going to have to work very hard in these areas. There can be some real transformation, but you need to roll your sleeves up, particularly as Saturn is forging a great link with Pluto in the first 3 months of this year. So it's a chance that change can be made if you're open to it. However, there is also a much freer, more free radical, if you like, alliance between Jupiter in your sign and also Mars in the friendliest part of your scope, and also Uranus. And Uranus is saying to you that you need to have your voice, and the rebel in you could come out at times, and you might enjoy getting together with people who really have a common aim or cause that you really can relate to. But it's all very well being rebellious for a purpose. If you're rebellious just because you want to please yourself, then that's not going to work so well for you. And this is shown really when Saturn starts to go backwards, which occurs in mid-February. And this is asking you to keep that discipline going. If you do end up having too many late nights, drinking too much, eating too much convenient food, not cooking enough stuff from scratch, not getting exercise, your body and situation will soon start to creak. And also, you're going to find that from March through to the end of the year, Uranus and Pluto are not getting on very well again, and this can be the cause of big mischief. Because what this essentially is about is your desire to be a free individual against actually investing yourself in situations where other people have a vested interest. And you can't just change your mind when you want, although you may decide you'd like to at times. But if anything contractual is in place, it could cause a lot of strain if you're not truly happy with it. But Jupiter in your sign is going to reinforce you in lots of positive ways right through to the first 5 months of this year. And then early in June it moves, but it moves into a great area for you. It moves into your 2nd solar house. And if you have really been working hard in the previous 12 months, you could find in the second half of this year that your financial situation really starts to pick up in a fundamental and positive way. Now, later in the year, there is the 2nd solar eclipse of the year, but before that in October is a lunar eclipse. And this lunar eclipse occurs in your sector of relationships. And then you have the solar eclipse occurs once again in the sector of everyday organisation, of structure and your health. Now, if there is something going on in your situation around a relationship which is not working very well, it can have a big impact on you. Your desire to be an individual can clash with the expectations other people have of you. And because Saturn is very close to this 2nd solar eclipse of 2013, if you don't get it right, you may find yourself getting quite stressed in the last couple of months of 2013. So balance, proportion, keeping things in perspective is all going to be important to you. Thank you for joining me. It's been good to talk with you, and goodbye for now.